Hi guys, welcome to another video with me, Star Hobby. I'm feeling kind of restless today. My mind is going in like a million different directions. First things first, these two are my last Wandigo repaints that I have been trying to sell for the last, however long since I made my sales video. They didn't seem to be moving even when I lowered the price. I had them listed on eBay and I lowered their price and still no movement. So I decided I would make a diorama and sell them with the diorama. Hopefully that will be an incentive for buyers, because not only will you get a diorama, but you'll get a doll too. So I am working on two separate rooms, similar to the rooms that I just showed in my last video. So they won't be like super mega huge. They'll be small enough that you can like slide them into a bookcase or slide them into like the corner of your dresser, or something that won't take up a lot of space, but it'll still be cute. And you can display your doll in there and use it for, photography. So that is why they're here. She's gonna have like a country, shabby chic, denims type style room, and she seems more like the athlete. And so I kind of wanted to make her a more modern, sporty aesthetic type room. We'll see how that goes, because I myself am not very sporty, so I will have to do like some research on ideas. But I mean, she looks, she looks like she enjoys playing sports. And it's not just because she's on the tall basketball player made to move body. That just, that's just what body I happen to have available for her, but it works. So anyway, I'm excited about those rooms. It's going to be, like I said, a project that I'll be working on the side, because I am still working on the commission for at Pampered Babies Nursery, which I talked to her, and we talked about her floor, and I decided to make a whole new floor that is bigger. And that way all she has to do really is just slide it in, and it'll match both sides of the room, like, so she won't have to like slide it out and turn it to put it to the other wall. It'll just work with both sides. So that is what I've been working on, hardwooding that, which of course it's a bigger floor, and I'm redoing all the hardwood, so it's gonna take a little while. I am also working on, which I haven't really started, but someone had mentioned in my video where I opened Mini Shay, and Allison had gifted me this little baby Mosling. They had mentioned, someone commented and said that if I was planning on painting the Mosling myself, that they would enjoy that as a video. So I have sprayed him 3 times with Mr. Super Clear. He's got 3 layers on him. I'm going to wait about a day to let those layers, sink in and really, cover everything over. So I will be painting him and filming it as I go. I'm not a professional by any means, but he's small enough that I want to attempt it myself instead of sending him out and paying for somebody to paint him for me. I would like to try it myself. So that is a new video that will be coming sometime eventually. This is a little resin owl by Daisy Days that she sent me as a gift with a doll that I bought a long while back, and she just did some light graying and some like white and some black, But I also sprayed him over 3 times with Mr. Super Clear, and I will be doing a lot of detail work on his face so that he looks more like an actual owl. So you like, because he's got all the sculpting going on here, and you can't really tell because the painting job is very, very simple. So I'm going to just enhance him a little bit, maybe throw in some browns and some golds and some oranges, and make him more, more vibrantly painted, because he will indeed be part of my my new world, I suppose, that involves this guy. If you watched my unboxing of him, you will see how much different he looks. I've done a lot of work on him. I'm really proud of how he turned out. I am in love with him. If you, like I said, if you watch my unboxing of him, you will notice, well, his name is Prince Oscar Pantalus, right? That's the name because he's an Oscar pack. He's an Oscar P, and the P stands for Pantalus. But I found this little charm here that has a crown on it, and it says TRafari, and I was like, ooh, I like that name. So his royal name is Prince Oscar Pantalus, but his friends and everybody who knows him calls him TRafari. So that's his name. I love it, TRafari. I did a lot of work on him. I was like nonstop playing with him since the day he arrived. So the first things I did most was I added a lot of stuff to his wig. So I added like all these beads. I added this string here, and then I restyled it because he had a braid right here, but I took that out. I added this beading here, and yeah, he's just too freaking perfect. I also found I went through my stash of old costume jewelry that I had, which is where I got a lot of these things from. So like this is a full-on earring. I just took off the hoop part, and I love it. This gold sash is like, I don't even know where I got that from. I feel like it belonged to like a Hollywood hair Barbie. I think it was one of the extra accessories that you got to like put in her hair, and I've just had it in a baggie for years, and I was like, I'm gonna make this his belt. And so like these are like old rings that I no longer wear. Here's more of the same beading that's in his hair. So these are all pieces of necklaces or earrings that I've just removed. Same with this, part of an earring. I don't remember where I got this thing from, but I like it, so I just went with it. I put another hoop back here, or another ring. So yeah, I mean, I've been just having so much fun with him. These are not pants. They're actually a romper that a friend of mine made for my Patusas. So I just tucked in the part that is a halter that goes around the neck. But they work for now. I made him these like leg coverings with like just pieces of fabric. And then, he can always pull the pants down too, so that it looks like he's wearing boots almost. And so then, of course, I took some wire and I curled it around a paintbrush, and I put them on his arms, like his armbands here. He's got another one further up his arm here. This was an actual ring that I cut the gem off, and then I used like pliers to, to fit it to his arm there. Like I said, these are all earring parts here. This was part of an earring. It's actually Peter Pan. If you can tell, it's the, it's Big Ben, when in the movie, when they're flying to Neverland and they all land on the arm of the clock. I love Peter Pan. It's one of my favorites. So I haven't got any snaps for this yet, so it's just held on with a pin. So I will take that off so I can show you the artwork I did on his body, which I was going for a fawn, like the spots that fawns have when they're born, that they eventually lose when they get older. But I don't think I achieved it exactly. My son and I both think that they look more like giraffe spots, but I mean, I kind of like it. It's kind of cool. So I had mentioned before that I wanted him to have markings that resembled tattoos, but weren't necessarily tattoos. They were something that he was born with to show that he was royalty. And so I went with, I mean, I had always planned on giving him some sort of like like fawn spots or freckling of some kind. And so I just kind of started painting it on with gold metallic paint. And this is kind of what it came up with, and I kind of love it. They are not permanently sealed. What I did was I just used gold metallic paint, and then I sealed them with Mod Podge, but if I just scratch at it, they'll just lift right off. So that is the artwork I did on his body. Here are his ears, which they have a gold tip. Like they have a gold tip on the points of his ears, and then he's got 2 golden studs there. His other ear, I was a little braver, and I glued in some hoops. They are not drilled in like my other Oscar has like actual holes in his ear. These are miraculously glued on with Mod Podge, and I'm like so careful with them because I don't want them to get loose, because I like how they turned out. I like how they look. And then again, the golden tip, and then just 1 stud, which you can see a shine there because I also sealed those as well, because like I said, I didn't spray him with any kind of sealant because Marina has already painted him and she has already sprayed him, and I didn't want to risk my Mr. Super Clear mixing with whatever sealant she used on him. And so I wanted this stuff to be temporary in case later on I decided to change my mind. So his hands are also detailed. Like I said, these are the markings of royalty here. He's got these golden bands and like dots. So I did both hands. They're exactly the same. I even did his K-pop heart hand because he will use it. I mean, you know, he won't use it as often as my Oscar K-pop boy will, but he'll still use it. So I had a lot of fun with that. I just kind of let my mind wander when I was decorating him. I just love him. I love him so much. I've also worked on aging and like decorating his bow and his quiver and his arrows. Let me get him sitting here. I don't want him to fall. This body is amazing. I mean, my Oscar's body is in the second version, of course. And so she's come a long way with her sculpting, and this body is amazing. I did his quiver with the gold, brown, and then this was black, and then of course this is like solid black. This I just kind of brushed on with a brush so that you can still see like all of the detail, because it looks like it's made of wood. And then I put brown, like a brown leather strap here, and I added some brown here and here, just for like, you know, decorative purposes. I did his arrows as well. I just painted the tips gold and the actual feather part on there gold. I left the middle of the bow silver, gray, or whatever it was before. And then here's the bow. I wish, like, I still want to paint the actual bow part brown. But I just did some black and gold detail work on the ends here. And it looks really good in pictures because you can, you know, it doesn't look all solid. So I also am planning on sculpting, because I do want to try sculpting, and I'm just going to start with that really easy, like, paper clay stuff. And I do want to make him some antlers, which he's got magnets in his head already, so that will make it nice and easy for me. These are just temporary. These are like twigs that came with like artificial flowers that I use for like doll dioramas, and I just put them in beads, and then I have these other little, I don't know what they're called really, but they're you know, they're metal, so they happen just to work. But this is the overall idea of him, because he is part of the Fae Fun Archer clan, which there are, you know, several deer people that are made up in all kinds of fairy tale stories, right? There are some deer people that are actually part human, part deer, like a centaur, but with a deer body, and then they have actual, you know, big antlers that grow out of their heads. The deer people in at Sight Hound Lady's stories that she created, they live in Eden Sphere. They are called Lurulans, and they are like, they can have a deer form and a human form. But he's different. He is a fawn archer deer, so he is basically human, but they grow antlers, you know, out of their heads. And they are deadly with a bow and arrow. They never miss. So he is, I mean, anyone who's born into this Fae clan, they all have that. That is like the natural magic talent that they're born with. Okay, they're archers. They are very good. If you're up against about a bunch of them, you better, you know, watch out, because you're not going to make it. So, I think that's the storyline for him, which is the storyline based on that series I mentioned before called Cursed. If you haven't seen it, you should. It's really good, and they've already mentioned a second season coming, so yay for that. Over here, I've just got some little props that I've had forever. I don't even remember where I got this journal from, but it's now his. Because even though his archery skills are deadly, he is very gentle. You know, he is a deer after all. He's part deer, and he's very quiet, and he's very gentle. And he doesn't, you know, he doesn't like to have to fight, or, you know, or defend himself, but he will if he has to. So I decided he's going to be one of those quiet souls who likes to keep to himself. And I want to make him a treehouse diorama, which is another reason why I wanted to start sculpting, because I want to actually make the base of the room a tree, basically a tree stump. It's not going to be like a full on, you know, 3 foot tall tree, but the roots of the tree that come out like this, like, you know, like little fingers, that will be the floor of his diorama. And in it, the owl will live, the baby Mosling will live, and then my actual, let me get him out. because it's probably been a minute since you guys have seen him. But my actual Mosling will also live in there with him. So that's going to be amazing, I think. All of these fantasy creatures living together in this treehouse diorama that I have been wanting to build one for a long time, like a really long time. And I just never really got motivated enough, I guess. But now that TRafari is here and I've just got all these ideas going, he needs a place that resembles the outside world without me having to actually take him outside, because I hate bugs and they're just everywhere down here and they're huge. Not to mention there's chicken poop everywhere, and my chickens, they just kind of bug me sometimes because they think I have food, so they just come running after me whenever I go outside, and I'm just like, no, go away. So I want a place to photograph him inside that doesn't require me having to go outside to get the outside feel. So this diorama will also be a project, but I am excited. I am so excited to build him a tree house, and I'm really excited to try sculpting. Like I said, I'm just going to use simple air dry clay, and like the paper clay that also just kind of dries overnight. And then I'm just going to paint everything with, earth tones and whatever. So this video is getting long. I didn't realize I was going to ramble so much about TRafari. I wanted to show you, I got some, this is like wooden like wallpaper. It's like, sticky, like you put it on the wall, but I decided to get it because I want to use it for a doll room. I want to see if I can get a wood feel without having to use popsicle sticks. So this is for a diorama that I am working on, that I'm like, fingers crossed, will turn out really well. So that's that. I am expecting another Russian doll. She's in Spain right now because her first owner, is from Spain, but the doll herself is actually Russian, and she is bigger than normal. She's 36 centimeters tall, so she's like in between MSD scale, and I don't have any clothes in that size, so of course I bought some, and it just arrived yesterday, and I've ordered from this shop before. It's called MK Dolls Art. And of course, I think a lot of this clothing, because it's meant for minifee, it's going to be big on her. But I figure since I've got Naora 15 coming, maybe she can wear some of this as well. And even if it's not an exact fit, I might be able to take it in or, alter it in some way. So here is a turtleneck crop top. So it's, it's like a crop top. And so I love it. I like how simple it is. And she's dark skinned. She's like a tan skin. And so I think the light colors will look really good on her. Here's like another really simple top. And these took quite a while to get here. This is I want to say it's a crop top hoodie. So it's, I love hoodies. And another top that's striped. And then these are the matching sweatpants that go with the top. And so this girl, I have a feeling she's going to be very, I don't know. I just keep thinking in my head she's going to look she's gonna look like J-Lo because she's like really flat chested, but she's got like a big, like a big booty. And so she's gonna be really, really fantastic. I'm really excited about her. I just paid her second layaway payment today. I've got one more to go. So I'm hoping that she will be here probably not till, I want to say July, just because I have to save and save and save in order to make that last payment. So I did a lot of rambling today. I also wanted to show my Oscar shelf. I used to have my Andrea art on this back here. I had 4 pictures. But I decided to move all of my Oscar sticker artwork that I had made, that I had next to all my Lola Atelier Mimoni stuff, and I just decided to make this my Mimo Marina shelf. So all the dolls stay here for now. The notebook, I've decided it will be probably a sketchbook for me. I want to try to draw my dolls, which I've never attempted that before, but like I keep seeing people drawing their dolls like with their joints, and it just looks so cool. So I want to try that. We can see Oscar is holding Micro Oscar, and it's just so cute. I just love them. Oh my goodness. I haven't cut out the paper doll yet, but I will. And so I took all the stickers that she sent me with this second package and put them all on foam board and cut them all and put them on there. And then the picture of Eva the monkey that she sent me is a bonus. I framed it, hung it on the wall, and I just love it. This is my Oscar shelf. And I can't wait till my other one is back. Sheena has been working diligently on my girls and my Oscars. She has drilled in all of their piercings, which is a lot of work. She went out of her way to find bigger hoops for my mini Rey, who I wanted her to have like big hoops. And so she was like, I'm gonna have to go to the craft store and see what I can find. And she found some really awesome hoops. She's been showing me pictures of her face up. She's just about done with Mini Rey, so I'm just like, woo, I can't even wait till they're all home. It's gonna be like wig galore and face up reveals and, clothing stuff. It's just gonna be so exciting. I can't wait till they're all home. I can't wait till all my incoming dolls are home. I'm still waiting for Misha, who is somewhere between here and Russia. So I'm really hoping that her shipping will update, but it hasn't, and so I'm just kind of trying to be patient. So that is the scoop on what all is happening in the Shira Star hobby room. I am really excited for all my upcoming projects. I'm still planning on making a space studio for Neora 15, but I still have time for that, so I think I'm gonna work on TRafari's treehouse first, and that will keep me occupied for a while. And so if you guys made it all the way through till the end, I appreciate it. I know it's a lot of talking, but I'm just so excited, and I had to just get it all out and share with you guys what all is going on. So I hope you guys are all well, and please like and subscribe. Please leave me comments below. I'm always happy to hear from you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.